Rush hour in Houston on a hot summer morning. Traffic is snarling, temperatures rising and tempers flaring. A minor fender bender can turn into a major case of road rage. That's what happened when Jonathan Abels and Crystal Scott were driving to work that morning, but only one of them had a gun and only one would go home alive.
It doesn't seem
I'm so sorry.
real.
So sorry, Kyle. I'm so sorry.
Emotions are still raw for Kyle and Charlene Oakwan after Crystal shot and killed their son, Jonathan.
Still today, I still wait to see our baby walk through that door. Hi, Mom. Give me a great big old bear hug.
What happened that morning is in dispute. Is this a case of road rage turned deadly, or is it a case of a young woman who killed in self-defense? It all starts with Crystal's call to 911.
You said 911. I need to hit by a truck. You went to the location emergency. I'm on 1960.
FM 1960, a busy highway in northwest Houston. 22-year-old Jonathan was driving to his job in the oil industry. Crystal, then a 23-year-old single mum, was on her way to the office. They were in adjacent lanes when Crystal apparently cut him off.
Jonathan bright-lighted her. He blew his horn. He swerved over and got into the fast lane, coming really close to her car but not making contact.
Witnesses say they were in a high-speed game of chicken, running red lights, their cars brushing against one another. They pull into this Shell station. That's when things get out of hand. Crystal says Jonathan gets out of his pickup truck, runs toward her, screaming profanities and banging on her car. She says she fears for her life, pulls out her .40 caliber handgun and fires. 2 shots, one hits Jonathan in the chest. He dies instantly. On the snippet of the 911 call Crime Watch Daily was able to obtain, you can hear what appears to be screaming.
Along with Crystal's own call to 911, several witnesses here also called police moments after hearing the gunshots. Those calls, of course, critical to determining what really went down here. Now, Crime Watch Daily applied for access to those calls through the Freedom of Information Act, but quite curiously, our requests were denied by both the Sheriff's Department and the Texas Attorney General.
On those 911 tapes, you never hear one struggle, one bang, nothing.
Jonathan's parents say they have heard the other 911 calls. They claim in the heated moment at the gas station, Crystal angrily taunts their son after she shoots him dead.
After she killed my son, she gets out of her car. She says, "That's what you get, you punk." Why the are you trying to talk to me? That's what she says. She doesn't say, "Oh my God, look what I've done. Oh my God, I'm in fear for my life." She says none of those things.
Or let go of my door, you know, or any of that. No struggle.
He wasn't a person with a violent temperament. You don't
No.
believe that he would have been the aggressor in this circumstance?
No, absolutely not.
Kyle and Charlene tell me they don't buy Crystal's version because eyewitnesses told cops he had his hands up, and a co-worker who was in Jonathan's truck during the incident reportedly says he wasn't acting aggressively.
Were Jonathan's fingerprints found on the car or on one of the windows in this area, which would go to the fact that he was in fact menacing her in those final moments?
Sure.
No.
No, there was nothing.
None at all?
No evidence of Jonathan's DNA or fingerprints found on her car that day or any time.
Crystal had a legal concealed carry permit. She claims the gun was for her own protection. She told Crime Watch Daily by phone, "I would never do anything to hurt anyone unless my life was in danger."
This is a classic stand your ground case. That is a common, law term for it. And basically what that means is whether or not, if you're in fear of serious bodily injury or death, whether or not you have the right to stand your ground and defend your life.
Despite her claims, the grand jury initially indicts Crystal on a murder charge, but later the Harris County District Attorney dismissed the case, saying there wasn't enough evidence to prove murder. Crime Watch Daily asked to see the official police report and subsequent investigation, but the DA denied our request.
They told us that they were dropping the case. It was like pouring alcohol on an open wound.
Crystal's perspective is that she's a victim here too. She was caught up in a terrifying road rage attack.
Crystal drove her car home. Where did my son go?
You really feel that this is a woman who's got away with murder?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely, man.
That's what Jonathan's fiancée, Evelyn, says she thinks too.
Is it still difficult to look at photos of you guys together and...
Yeah, I just don't feel like I'm the same anymore. I never got to say goodbye. I never, never got to kiss him goodbye or nothing. He just left that morning and he's gone.
This man, an eyewitness, says he saw the angry episode and believes the cops got it all wrong.
I hear a couple of shots. I hear bam, bam.
Next, his story, what he says happened, and the stray bullet that could dramatically change the DA's decision not to prosecute.